Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, all honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, and Crocodiles, double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who rule and teach well, who also taught us this 100% truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Kasada, back with another quick lesson, Lord willing. This is the edifying lesson. Now, going into this lesson, of course, I was sitting watching this show, watched a few shows, all right? That's something I do at my rib from time to time, but it's a show that we be kind of watching. I'm gonna get straight to the point. It's about these couples, and they're on this island, and they get separated, and they're put in different houses, and they're in the houses with the opposite sex. The women with the wives are with males, and the men are with other women. Now, through the spirit, I was talking to my rib about that, stuff like that, because she's saying, she don't like that type of stuff, hey, and neither do I, but it's entertaining. They find it entertaining or whatever, so it is what it is, but ultimately, through the spirit, as a man, you shouldn't put your woman in a situation or position to be tempted, man. You shouldn't be putting, your wife in a position to be tempted by other men or allowing access to her by other men. All right, other men shouldn't have access to your wife. I should say that. All right, because your woman, she is the weaker vessel, which I have this pulled up in 1 Peter 3:7. It says, likewise, ye husband dwell with them according to knowledge. What knowledge? The knowledge of the scriptures, of the word, man. All right, of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It says, giving honor unto the wife, all right, as unto the weaker vessel. She is the weaker vessel, man. All right. And we have the perfect example of why you shouldn't allow your wife to be given access, man. All right. Adam and Eve and the serpent. That's a prime example, man. And this is what Esau liked to do. He liked to put people in situations, man, for them to be tempted to see what they're going to do, their behavior, their reaction, man. And the woman is always going to fold because she's the weaker vessel. Now, I'm saying every woman no. But hey, man, the Lord said, man, out of 1,000 women, he found none. So, hey, man, what does that say? All right. Through the woman, we did all die. The scriptures say that too as well. So you shouldn't allow your woman to have access, or men have access to your wife or your woman. Now, although we in hell, we in Babylon the Great, and your woman does, most women do work, all right? So she's probably working around men. So yeah, things happen. But hey, this is where we're at right now. We're in these times. We're in captivity. We're in the captivity of our enemies. All right, but the point is that you shouldn't allow your woman to be tempted, man. You shouldn't put your woman to be tempted. And there's other little shows I kind of peep, where they're you have individuals who put their wives into a situation to be tested if she's going to cheat. You shouldn't do that. Now, if you find out that she's doing it, that's another thing, man. But you shouldn't be putting them to a test to be tempted, man. All right? It's weird, and oddly enough, it's funny that you put the most attractive individual that they're going to fold for in a room with your wife and see if they're going to go. You shouldn't be doing that. All right? So I have some another scripture, primarily in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, and I got it in the GWT, God's Words translation. All right, and it goes and it says, now concerning the things that you wrote about, it says, it is good for a man not to get married. Yeah, it's better for you men to be single, man. All right, it's better just not to dwell with or deal with a woman, man. It's better off if you're just single, man. But if you can't handle it, there's the exception. Now, the script, it goes into that. It says, but in order to avoid sexual sin, each man should have his own wife. Yeah. And each woman should have her own husband. Yeah, this applies to you men and you women. If you burning and you know what I'm saying, you know Jake Nasty, man. You want to get busy, go get you a wife, get you a husband. Get somebody you can sit and dwell with. You know how it is, man. You know yourself better than most people do, all right? So you shouldn't be putting yourself in a position to be tempted, man. All right? And it says husband, verse 3, and it says husband and wives should satisfy each other's sexual needs. See? All right? So if you're burning, man, you know, y'all both should be, you know, satisfying each other. You know? A wife doesn't have authority over her own body, but her husband does. In the same way, a husband doesn't have authority over his own body, but the wife does. Yeah, man. Hey, you know, hey, if your husband want it, give it to him. All right, and if your woman want it, you know, give it to her, man. Now, there's certain exceptions, of course, on the Sabbath and these high holy days, but you know, or her time of the month, you know, you shouldn't be putting out. You know, but those are the only exceptions, all right? As far as the man goes, all right, he has full authority over that. All right, if your woman is going off, you can do, yeah, that's why you got these stories, man, such as like King David and Saul's daughter. I forgot her name, all right? It escapes me right now, but, you know, hey, he put away and he never slept with her again, man. You know? So these are an example. The man is the head. All right. Yeah. 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Matter of fact, let's grab that. All right. Let's get that. All right. Because the Lord has established an order, man. All right. The Lord has established an order. That's what you people are going to find out. All right. This 1 Corinthians chapter 11. I'm going to just get to the point. It says, verse 3, and it says, but I will have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is a man, and the head of a Mashiach is the Most High. So you have the Most High, you have Yahweh Shai, then you have the man, and then you have the woman. That's the order of things, man. That is the order, all right? And you women are going to find that out fast here in Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, man. You're going to find that out, okay? All right? So, let's get back to this 1 Corinthians. All right. So if you know, if she wanted or he wanted, you know, hey, you supposed to be getting it. You supposed to be putting out. You know, it's just a suggestion, man. It's just best, man. All right. That way, you know, you don't leave your woman going out there trying to find it from somebody else, man, or your husband. You know, you women, man. You know, of course, it's crazy. It's weird. Because a man can have multiple wives, all right? But you know you women, hey, you don't want your man to go out there and get somebody else, you know? It's a balance. Use wisdom. Apply wisdom, okay? All right? It's all right. All right, it goes on. It says, a wife, well, I read that verse 5. It says, don't withhold yourselves from each other unless you agree to do so for a set time to devote yourselves to prayer. Yeah, prayer and fasting. You know, in the KJV, it says fasting and prayer. All right. You know, give yourself time. And like I mentioned, man, going into the Sabbath and the high holy days, or, you know, y'all two might be getting into it, or just, you know, trying to find that chemistry, man. All right. Whatever works for you, whatever, you know, floats you guys' boats. Okay. All right. You pray and you fast about it. It says, then you should get back together. It said, then you should get back together. All right. So that Satan doesn't use your lack of self-control to tempt you. See? All right. You shouldn't be putting yourself in a situation where Satan should be able to have access to you or tempt you, man. You shouldn't be putting your woman is already the weaker vessel. The flesh is at war with the spirit, man. Here it is, man. Your woman, if she's the weaker vessel, she's going to fall for it because, hey, this world and these women out here are primarily they follow their flesh, man, before they follow the spirit. As a man, you're supposed to show her how to do it, man. All right? Guide her because you are her head. All right? And just like we are the woman's head, Yahweh Shai is our head. So we have some guidance and some structure. Most of these men out here, 2/3, a lot of these men out here don't have any structure or guidance, man. They don't know which way to go, man. All right, they just following after an enemy. All right. All right, and you women shouldn't allow the devil to come in. You shouldn't allow the adversary to come in. Matter of fact, let's grab that. This 1 Timothy 5 and verse 14. It says, I would therefore that the younger woman marry, bear children. All right, this is wisdom. You women, this is what you women supposed to be doing. I would therefore that the younger woman marry, bear children, guide the house. All right, so you already have the order. So what comes under the woman? The children and everything else. You're supposed to be guiding the house. All right. Hey, the Lord's name is this. No, you eat this. You shouldn't be doing this. You know your father. Blah, 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 blah. You know all these things, man. All right. Give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. All right. And we can go for some already turned aside after Satan. All right. So you have some women that are already following after Satan, man. You shouldn't allow Satan to have access, but a lot of you already turned aside to Satan, man. To the adversary. Those who are opposed to righteousness, man. And it's because you allow Satan to have access to your woman. Of course, we're in captivity, and there's things, that are out of our control, but it's only temporal, man. All right. You really, I always say it to myself, but I've told brothers this before, man. I want something consistent, man. I don't want to jump from this woman, that woman, this woman, that woman, man. You really want something consistent, man. You don't want yourself to be put in a position where you're gonna hurt yourself, or you're pretty much making yourself vulnerable, man. All right, have something consistent, man. All right, if you can. All right, if not, it's better for you to be alone. All right, or go find you a street worker, man. But even then, you're still risking yourself. All right, but still, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, they have you a street worker, man. Okay, let's get back to 1 Corinthians. All right, chapter 7. All right, so you shouldn't put yourself in a position where you don't have any self-control for Satan to tempt you, man. Verse 6, it says, what I have just said is not meant as a command, but as a suggestion. I would like everyone to be like me. However, each person has a special gift from the Most High, and these gifts vary from person to person. All right. It says, I say to those who are not married, especially to widows, it is good for you to stay single like me. However, if you cannot control your desire, you should get married. It is better for you to marry than to burn with sexual desire, man. All right. So it's better for you to have somebody there versus you burning with sexual desire, man. All right. You people, man, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you can't control yourself, your sexual desires. All right. All right. It's better for you to have somebody than, hurting yourself. Allowing yourself to go off, man. You're subject to putting yourself in a vulnerable position, man. All right. All right. So that was the main point. Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praises, all honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim, Rakakodash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salakia. It's so much going on out here. Who rule and teach well, who also taught us this 100%.